Yen lo Adonai leolam Elohai Zion ledo wado hallelujah. Hallelujah. In the name of the eternal, merciful, compassionate Elohim, gracious, long-suffering, slow to anger, and abundant, goodness and truth, rich in steadfast kindness, extending kindness to the 1,000th generation, forgiving iniquity, transgression, and sin. I bear witness that there is only one eternal Elohim in whom we move, live, and have our being. The eternal Elohim who will bring Israel back out of captivity and have compassion on Israel and will again gather Israel from the nations where the eternal Elohim has scattered Israel. Holy greetings in the name of the only wise Elohim of the universe, creator of heavens and earth. The Elohim of Abraham, of Yitzchak, and of Yaakov. Heaven and earth bear witness to the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart, that there is no Elohim but the eternal Yah, and that Chief Rabbi Wentworth Arthur Matthew of blessed memory, the messenger who in 1919 founded Commandment Keepers Ethiopian Hebrew Congregation of Living God Pillar and Ground of Truth, also known as Commandment Keepers Ethiopian Hebrew Congregation Hatafela Headquarters, also known by many other names collectively, Commandment Keepers, one entity, not two. On this beautiful day at the synagogue located at 225 East Kennedy Street, Newark, New Jersey, we greet you in Hebrew, the ancient tongue of our ancestors, Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. It is customary among Israelites to read a weekly portion from the Bible or Torah. The study of Torah is paramount. Without Torah, man cannot know Elohim's will. With Torah, man can penetrate the wisdom of the Creator himself. The essence of being an Israelite is expressed through the study and keeping of Torah. The Torah is the foundation of the world. It is the blueprint for the creation of the universe. We bless Elohim before studying or reading any biblical passages. Therefore, we begin Parashat Metzora with a blessing for studying Torah in Hebrew and English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam kadishno asher kadishno b'mitzvotav v'tivanu la'asok divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Yah Elohim, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us with commandments and commanded us to study the words of Torah. In the tradition of Rabbi Zechariah Halevi ibn Abraham of blessed memory, I would like to begin Parashat Metzora by saying these words. I rejoiced when they said to me, let us go to the house of Yah, our feet now stand within thy gates, Jerusalem. Torah, or Bible, it is a tree of life for those who grasp it. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths shalom. Lengthy days are at its right, and at its left wealth and honor. The eternal desire for the sake of Israel's righteousness, that the Torah be made great and glorious. Parashat Metzora. In Hebrew, it means leper. It is the 28th weekly Torah portion in the annual Israelite cycle of Torah reading. It constitutes Leviticus, or Vayikra, chapter 4, verse 1 through chapter 15, verse 33. The parasha begins in Hebrew. V'yadaber Adonai el Moshe le'amor zor tihiyeh Torat ha-Metzora b'yom taharato v'hovah. And that means, and the Lord spoke to Moshe, this shall be the law of the person afflicted with Zara'oth on the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought to the Kohen. The Parashat of Metzora and Metzora continued the discussion of the law of Tamua v'Tahara, ritual impurity and purity. A woman giving birth should undergo a process of purification, which includes immersing in a mikvah, a natural gathering of a pool of water, and bringing offerings to the holy temple. All male infants are to be circumcised on the 8th day of life. Za'arat, often mistranslated as leprosy, is a supernatural plague, which can afflict people as well as garments or homes. If white or pink patches appear on a person's skin, dark pink or dark green in garments or homes, a Kohen is summoned. Judging by various signs, such as an increase in size of the afflicted area after a 7-day quarantine, the Kohen then pronounces it tameh, impure, or tahor, pure. A person afflicted with zara'at must dwell alone outside of the camp or city until he is healed. The afflicted area in a garment or home must be removed. If the zara'at reoccurs, the entire garment or home must be destroyed. When the Metzora leper heals, or he or she is purified by the Kohen with a special procedure involving 2 birds, spring water, in an earthen vessel, a piece of cedar wood, a scarlet thread, and a bundle of hyssop. Ritual impurity is also gathered through a seminal or other discharge in a man, a menstruation or an other discharge of blood in a woman, necessitating purification through immersion in a mikvah. And the Eternal spoke to Moshe, saying, "This shall be the law of the leper." Rabbi Abba cited here the verse, "Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringing the punishment of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment." Job 19 and 29. Observe, he said, that through the evil tongue of the serpent, death came upon the world. The evil tongue is called the sharp sword. The venom is like the venom of the serpent. They are like the deaf asp that stoppeth her ear. Psalms 58 and 5. And therefore it says, "Be ye afraid of the sword, to wit of the evil tongue, Lashon hara." Why? For wrath are the punishment of the sword, to wit the sword of Elohim, that ye may know there is judgment. For he hath a sword in his tongue, is punished with the sword. Hence it says, "This is the law of the leper." Rabbi Elazar says, when a man is on the point of leaving this world, his soul suffers many chastisements along with his body before they separate. Nor does the soul actually leave him until the Shekinah shows herself to him. And then the soul goes out in joy and love to meet the Shekinah. If he is righteous, he cleaves and attaches himself to her. But if not, the Shekinah departs and the soul is left behind, mourning for its separation from the body, like a cat which is driven away from the fire. Afterwards, both are punished by the hand of Dumah. The body is punished in the grave, and the soul in the fire of Gehinnom for the appointed period. When this is completed, she rises from Gehinnom purified of her guilt, like iron purified of fire, and she is carried up to the lower garden of Eden, where she is cleansed in the waters of paradise and perfumed with its spices. And there she remains till the time comes for her to depart for the abode of the righteous. Then she is carried up the stage after stage, until she is brought near like a sacrifice to the altar. Hence it is written, quote, thus shall be the law of the leper, end quote. On the day of his cleansing, he shall be brought to the priest with the angelic priest above. Happy are those who guard the precepts of the Torah. All Israel have a share in the world to come. This is Rabbi Dawid Yaakov Halevi from the Commandment Keepers in Newark, New Jersey. We welcome you to come and visit Commandment Keepers in Newark, New Jersey at 225 East Kinney Street every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Shalom, shalom.